you can probably anticipate, I know you said before game 4, you don't care about how physical the Suns are going to get, but probably that they're going to bounce back a little bit from the physical standpoint. So how, again, it's an opportunity for you to, build a winning streak here. So how do you go about doing that, anticipating better defense from them?
I think it's about us. I think having the right mindset coming into the game, like we did last game, and trying to win each quarter. That's our main focus. I think the physical defensive presence that we had to start the game was able to get some easy shots in transition. And I thought we was able to play through Marcus early on, which, helped PG and Reggie kind of ease into the game so they didn't have to have, so much on their shoulders. And so it was a good start for us.
You said that those shots that didn't fall, especially 3-point shots that didn't fall in the previous game, you expect them to fall tonight. What makes you feel like that's going to be?
I've been saying that for a long time. so hopefully it comes true. But like I said, we're getting good shots. Our guys are getting shots that we're not knocking down, but we have to still keep attacking the paint, which we did a good job in the last game as well. So just play the game the right way, move the basketball. I thought early on in that first quarter, we did a good job of just sharing the basketball, moving it, attacking, and then making the right play.
Go ahead, on. How's Zoo doing? Is he available?
No, sir.
Okay. And how's Marcus feeling? I know you guys always check on him before the game.
Yeah, same thing. He's just playing through it, and just trying to grind through it, which we need all the bodies we can get right now. So just, thankful that he's able to lay it out on the line right now and just give us what he has.
Go ahead, Tomer.
I know during the season you talked about how conversations with medical staff, training staff on minutes and managing guys. Like, I'm curious, during the playoffs, when guys are playing so many minutes, do those conversations still happen at all during games, or you just go out as much as you need?
Go out as much as you need. You just try to make sure that, just talking to the guy throughout the course of the game and just when you can get him rest and try to find time for him. And that's why we do, take the games off during the regular season, try to keep the minutes down so we can get to this point, play more minutes. And, it is what it is. Our guys have been fighting and digging and clawing all playoffs, so we got to continue to keep doing that.
Has it changed a bit of what you do on some of the off days at all? I know you do a lot of film work on the off days, but has it changed much at all?
Well, because we haven't been able to have shoot-arounds the first 3 games of the series because of early games, then we really had to do more film. I think with the shoot-around, was able to take more days off. So yesterday didn't come in at all, and they just had shoot-around this morning, which was what the guys wanted to do after winning game 5. So you just got to play it by ear, see how they're feeling. A lot of times just listen to what they want to do as far as coming in for shoot-around the next day because they're the one that need the rest.
Go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Tom. I'm sure you don't say whatever he says, which is that teams have to have a next man up mentality. I think I've heard that. I ask everybody as guys have gotten there, but how has it worked for you and with this group kind of handling Kawhi's injury, some of the bigness of it? Like, how have you guys managed to manage?
Well, I think, we've had practice at it. I think with PG and Kawhi being out, with Serge being out, Pat Beverly being out a lot this year, I think our young guys is really have a chance to, and to step up and play well in big games and big moments all season. So like Luke Kennard and Terrence Mann have been phenomenal all year. Reggie just taking over that starting role, with Pat being out was phenomenal. So guys just stepped up and they have the experience. I think that's the biggest thing of having experience of being able to get consistent minutes throughout the regular season. And then you just carry it over to the postseason. So they've done a great job with that.
Have you taken notice, obviously, I know you're focused on the series, but just the way that injuries have affected this postseason?
Yeah, it affects a lot of postseasons. I've been part of it a lot, with Kevin Love and Kyrie, with Katie and Clay, going against, Toronto. So, it happens, you got to be a good team, but you also got to be blessed and lucky as well to try to finish the season out healthy. And it's just part of the game.
Go ahead, Mary.
Hi, sort of on that tip, do you think that there are more does it feel like there's more this year? Is the schedule impacting the amount of injuries?
It feels like it's more because it's more the star players that are getting hurt, so that's magnified more. I'm not quite sure the numbers or whatever, but it's just magnified more because, the great players are getting hurt now.
How's PG's eye?
He's doing okay. Yes, ma'am.
What's allowed Reggie to step into the starting lineup and go from a role player to, being one of your leading scorers?
I think his confidence level. I think the work he puts in every single day. He comes in and gets his work in every day with Chauncey. And I think us having belief in him, I think giving him the confidence to go out and just play his game. We know he was like almost a max player when he went to Detroit. So he has a talent. And now that he's healthy, with no back issues and able to take on a starting role and play more minutes, he's been very productive. So he's always had the confidence and the work ethic to get him over the top.
Did you see any glimpses of this when he was with the Clippers prior to the playoff run? With the time during the regular season? Oh
yeah, for sure. I mean, he's plays every night. Wants to play every night, enjoys the game. But he's been big for us all season long. Him, Nick Batum. Those two additions this year was big for us, along with our young guys. Coming through with Terrence Mann and Luke Kennard. Really developing. Amir Coffey was pretty good for us as well. So that's about it.
Following up on Richard Jackson, what have you seen this history, recent history, that may have a similar journey, where he was on a team that came in, it's kind of going through it, and now he's being a factor for a team that has a chance.
I'm not that sharp. I can't think of any, but not right now off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's happened. But I'm just happy for Reggie, just staying ready. Season to end great for him last year. I don't think he played much in that second round. And then coming back this year, just, we had Lou Will and Pat Beverly was the starter. So he was kind of like the third guard and just kind of, waiting his turn. But just to see all the work he put in, just staying ready, staying positive, and now playing the way he's playing, I'm very happy for him.
We'll take one from this side with Chris Herring.
Hey, Ty. I guess I wanted to ask you, you touched on this just a little bit as it relates to Kawhi, but I guess, when you look at the league-wide issue, really all four of the teams that are left have had a pretty key injury at this point. And to me, what stands out isn't so much just the injuries, but I think the way that the average fan, the casual fan will think of it is that you lose Kawhi and, okay, these guys are going to struggle a little bit against Utah now because of it. You lose Trae Young, you're going to struggle because of that when you play Milwaukee. And it seems, and Chris Paul, obviously with Phoenix against you guys, and it obviously hasn't played out that way. You talked about a next man mentality that you guys have. I imagine you assume other teams have it too. But what stands out to you? Is it harder to scout teams when they're without a star and when you've been kind of locking into a game plan to prepare against a guy like that? Or what makes it more difficult or just as difficult to play against teams when they're down a key guy?
Well, I think at times, you come into the series, into the games, thinking about trying to take away a team's best player and how to defend him. And then when he's out, your team, the other team kind of plays different, on a different style of basketball. So you just really can't key in on one or two guys. So that's the biggest difference for me.